welcome with a great NCC welcome to Coach Jeevan.
Very good to be here. How's everyone?
Good.
So in the next an hour to 90 minutes with me, you're going to get a lot of breakthrough, a lot. Like Pastor says, make sure you take a lot of notes. Put your phones on silent. You don't want to be disturbed. You want to give this your real focus. You want God to bless you with this, and you go back to your jobs, your businesses, and you prosper. You do really well. So just a bit about me. I've been coaching businesses for 22 years. In the last 22 years, a few 100,000 people have been through all my programs, and I've been making individuals, companies, CEOs, business owners, executives very, very successful in all kinds of fields, all kinds of industries. And God has been very good. He's opened a lot of doors for me, and a lot of things have happened. And I even have a radio show on BFM. Anyone here listens to BFM? Yeah, you. Every first Monday of the month at 11 o'clock is my show. It's been going on for 14 years. My TV shows on Astro went on for 2 years, but my radio show, I've been blessed with it for 14 years now. So it's this Monday at 11, every first Monday, 11 o'clock. So there's a lot of things you're going to get. Today we're looking at your review of the last 6 months. Today's the 1st of July. Quite fast, right?
Yeah.
Just like that, boom, it's already half a year gone. So the second half of the year, how do you do it? What do you focus on? What do you do? How do you get your second half to be better than your first half? So today is what is known as halftime. So this is the time where you take time out, the football match that's halftime. You regroup, you re-look at your strategies and you look at everything and then get back out into the field. So today and tomorrow, this camp is your halftime. This is your place of reflection where you prepare yourself for the second half. Get all your lessons from the first half and then you go into the second half. So how do you get all the lessons from the first half? I give you a framework. There are 8 keys. We're going to look at 8 things. So your job is to take full advantage of these 8 areas and go all out so that your second half of the year will be your best half.
Yes.
Just like your second half of your life should be your best half because you've got all of that experience from the first half. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go in, and it's very interesting. So I'm doing a whole blend of a lot of corporate strategies together with God's Word and how this all plays out. Very, very powerful when you actually realize how much, as Christians, how much power we have. And to get to direct the forces of our lives. We have so much power because of the Holy Spirit that's within us. But how many Christians really use that power? So this is what you're going to learn. So today, pay attention, take a lot of good notes, treat it like a workshop. You can stick your hand out, you can ask a question, no problem. And get your breakthrough. Each and every one of you, I pray for you. You will get your breakthrough. Whatever it is, you're going to get your breakthrough. Something's going to sit well with you. And that's that one little thing or 5 things or 6 things is going to be what you're going to use. Okay? So let's go right in. Key number 1. First key. So the first key is results. So this is what it's all about, the name of the game. Your results. So you're always getting results. The first half of the year, you got all kinds of results. Results you're happy with, results you're not happy with. Life is always giving you results. Life doesn't care how you feel. Life just gives you results. If the cat climbs a tree and it falls down, what does it do? Get up and climb again. That's it. It's a result. It slipped, it fell, that's a result. Get up and climb again. Get back into climbing. It's not going to sit down and say, I shouldn't have climbed a tree now. All the other cats say, don't climb. I should have been a dog. Cat's not going to do that. And human beings, we do that. We give too much useless meaning. We don't realize. So, to start you off with results, let me give you a verse from the Bible. So, I'd like someone to read this for me. Psalms 57, chapter 57, verse 9. Can someone read that to me? Psalms 57, 9. Very interesting verse here. So, I want to give you a different perspective on results. Very different perspective. And Psalms says it best. Okay, who would like to read it? Hands up. I want someone to read it. Yes, okay, read it to us.
I will praise you not among the nations. I will sing of you among the peoples.
You see, so essentially this verse is saying, I will give thanks. One of the challenges when we get results in our lives is if we get an unhappy result, we get angry. But we don't show an attitude of gratitude. We don't give thanks for everything that's here. So I want you to take 1 or 2 minutes I want you to write down all the results you achieved in the first half, results that you didn't like, you were unhappy about, and results that you were happy about. Write it down. So just write down, take a minute, take 1 or 2 minutes, write it down. What are some of the results? So maybe one result is maybe you got a promotion. Another result is maybe you worked on a project and it failed. Or you attempted to write a proposal and you didn't get the job, or you didn't get the deal. So what are some of the results? So write down the results that came into your life in the first half of the year. What are some results? Personal, business, career, fitness, your health. What kind of results came? Some of it painful, some of it happy. But all of it you can be thankful. All of it you can praise His name. But write it down first. Your tool is your pen, your paper. Write down your results. Because then later we're going to look at the future. How to set this. But first you take stock. Take stock of the last 6 months. What kind of results did you get that you're not happy with, that you're happy with? All the different parts of your life. Just write it down, let it flow, write it down. Okay, let's have a look. Call out some of your results. Anyone? Just call out. What are some results you got? That you're either happy or not happy? Call out something.
Weight gain.
Weight gain. Not happy, weight gain. Put on weight. One result. Good. Thanks for the honesty. What else? What are some other results that came your way? Yes.
Lose weight.
Lost weight. Gotta come in. You guys better sit together. I think the weight he lost, you took it. Good. What else? What other results?
Easily get sick.
Been getting sick on and off. What else? What's come to you?
More information.
Inflammation? Yeah, got some inflammation you're not happy with. What else? You see, sorry? Promotion, got a promotion, good. What you're writing down, you notice is important to you. These are what's important to you. So that's why you've got attention to it. So you're writing it down. Now, I want to teach you how to think about the second half of the year. And you've got to have a vision for the second half. Solomon said it in Proverbs, where there's no vision, the people perish. Now he might as well have added, where there is a vision, you will flourish. He might as well have added that. And this is very true. Whatever area of your life has no vision, it will perish. You have to have a vision for your health, for your career, for your marriage, for your children's future. You have to have results that you hold as a vision. In common corporate language, we call this goals or objectives. Now, who can tell me why is a goal so important? Everywhere you go, you hear authors talk about it, speakers talk about it, the church talks about it. Everybody talks about goals. Why? Why is it so important?
Help us to focus.
Helps us focus, very good. What else?
Direction.
Direction, sets you a direction. Some more? Compass. There is another reason that God created in human beings. Human beings have something in the brain that animals and plants don't have. It's called a reticular activating system, RAS. Human beings are reticular for retina, reticular activating system. So human beings have this. And the reticular activating system is designed to do only one thing. It's designed to help you find whatever you focus on. It takes me 30 seconds to prove it to you. So let me prove it to you. When I say go, I'm going to count, use my watch, I'm going to count 30 seconds. I want you to look around the room and count how many things you can find that is yellow in color. Don't look yet, wait. And count silently and quietly. Not a lot of things are yellow. See how many things you can find that's yellow, like the big bag at the back that's yellow in color. So see how many things you can find that is actually yellow in color. Count quietly, 30 seconds. Let's see who gets the most. Okay, go. 30 seconds. Turn around, look around. How many things you can find that's yellow in color? Beige or yellow, let's consider that the same. 20 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Time. Okay, listen to my question. How many things did you find that is purple in color? None. Because we were looking for yellow. So you only saw yellow. You didn't see purple, you didn't see green, you didn't see blue, you didn't see any color but yellow. That is the power of goal setting. That's why you need goals. When your brain has a goal, it will filter out everything else except the goal. That's why you need goals. So you see, you need to have a vision. So that's what Solomon was saying. You've got to have a vision for your life. Countries need to have a vision. And that is so critical because of the RAS, the reticular activating system. So you had a look at some results in your life, things you didn't like, things you liked, didn't like. You had an idea what the first half looked like. Would you like the second half to be like the first half? No, you want it to be a lot better, right? So you need to have some goals. Another word for it is objectives. You need to have some objectives for the second half. What's it going to be? So I want you to do this. I want you to write down right now whatever your heart is inspiring you that you are going to achieve in the next 6 months. By the 31st of December, you're going to achieve maybe half a dozen objectives. Just write down. Be clear what it is. And you must know that you've achieved. You cannot say, I want to be happy. I mean, how do you know how happy you are now? You can't measure that, you see. So it's got to be clear. Like maybe you want a promotion in your job. Maybe you want to lose 5 kgs. Maybe you want to bring your cholesterol down to normal. So write it down. What would you like to achieve? About anything from 5 to 10 goals. Objectives. 5 to 10 objectives for the second half of the year. What is it you want to achieve? Then I'm going to give you a system on how you're going to get it. Write it down. So now you are crafting out your results for the second half of the year. You're crafting it out. Okay, who wants to share? Share one of your objectives that you want to achieve by 31st. In the second half of the year, this is going to happen. You're going to get this. What would it be? Yeah, so what does that look like? So you want to be able to measure work-life balance. What would it mean? So maybe the goal is to complete all work at 6 p.m. So everything is completely done by 6 p.m. and you have 6 months of training to reach that stage where everything is done by 6 p.m. Is it possible? Let me tell you something about me, something very interesting. I don't have internet at home. I refuse. I don't believe in laptops. I don't believe in iPads. I don't own a laptop. Don't own an iPad. I have an iMac, a desktop computer. In my office, my office is severely high-tech. Internet speed, everything is there. Everything gets done in my office. At 6 o'clock, I finish work. That's it. I don't bring work home. I don't work till 12 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. I'm finished, but I'll be coaching sometimes to even 8 o'clock at night if a client has a late session. But I don't bring work home. I don't believe in it. And for 10 years, I've not owned a laptop. My brother's like, but you have a laptop. What if you need to present some slides and all that? I said, email the slides. What if you need to send out a proposal? I send it out before 6. I don't have a laptop, never had it for more than 10 years. I don't have an iPad, I don't believe in it. Just have a phone, anything urgent is on the phone. And I go back to the office the next day, I fix it. Client needs something urgent, I say, look, I'll send it to you in the morning. I'll send it to you by 8 or 9 o'clock. Say, so is it possible? Yes. So it's up to you. But when you work, you really work. But when you switch off, most people are still working at 1 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, and it's difficult because sometimes you feel this is what you got to do, but then that whole work-life balance, that's the whole question of this. Now, what I found was interesting was this. When I told myself I would take my work home, I discovered something interesting. I discovered I worked even harder. Because if I'm working on something at 4 o'clock, I look at the watch and say, okay, I'm going home by 7, I better finish this. Last time, you know what I'll say? I'll do later now. After dinner now. So I was not working well actually. So I find it better to get up in the morning earlier, start the day earlier, finish earlier. My first coaching session, all my coaching sessions with my clients face-to-face is in my office in Publica. My first coaching session starts at 7:30 in the morning. So the client has to arrive in my office at 7:15. See, and I get more done that way. So all this was born out of wanting to be more effective. It was a result that I set in place. So I want you to have faith that the results you set in place, the rest of the 7 keys will show you how to get it. But you first must have intention. People forget this, When the blind man came to our Lord Jesus, and he's blind, and Jesus asked him, "So what do you want?" And everyone knows he's blind. Why ask? Just heal him. Why ask? And he said, "I want to see again." And Jesus said, "Your faith has made you well." Why did Jesus ask him, "What do you want?" Why? He's blind. Why did Jesus ask? Because he may not want to see. He may not want to be healed. Free will. So God has to access your free will. Is your greatest gift. See, interesting, huh? Someone saying, "I'm waiting for God to tell me what to do." Hey, where's free will in all of this? You have to have the will. You have to decide. And you come to God with what you want. Does that make sense? This is very powerful. When you realize this, it's very powerful. There's a lot of strategy in the Bible. You've got to look at it from strategic eyes. When I look at it, I say, wow, there's a lot of strategy there. It's such a simple statement, but it's very powerful. Free will, you've got to know. So you have to write down what you want, and you can ask God to bless your plans. But you've got to know, you have the free will that's given to you. And you have to write down what you want. So be very clear what results you want. What else? What other results? Call out some. What else comes to mind? Give me another result. Try. Yep. Yeah, zero outstanding. Yeah, very good result. Clear everything by the 31st of December, by Christmas. Good. What else? What other results come to mind?
For the kids in my class to achieve at least 90%.
To get the kids achieving 90%. Very good. Is there such a thing as an unachievable goal? From someone who's coached companies for 22 years, what do you think? Got such a thing as an unachievable goal? Good. Here's what I discovered. There are no unachievable goals, comma, there's a comma there. There are no unachievable goals, only unachievable deadlines. If I say I want to lose 20 kgs, by tomorrow 5 p.m., the deadline is a problem. Unless you get hit by about 4 buses, it's a bit hard. Okay? So the deadline is the issue. The goal is not the issue. So there are a lot of cases when I find a person coming up with a goal that's not workable, it's because of the deadline. So the deadline I'm giving you is 6 months. 31st December 2023. That's your deadline. Don't go for goals that is not achievable in that deadline, in that given timeline. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's like saying, I want to have first class honors in my degree. As when's your exam? 2 years from now. So the deadline is the issue here. So this is the first thing, results. You have to be very clear what results you want to have, where you want to go. And once you know your results, I want to give you a formula that I teach all my clients. This is a ridiculously powerful formula. And I teach this, my friends, I invented this formula to help people get their goals really fast. I'm going to teach it to you, and I want you to do it exactly like you learn it. And you'll get your goals very quickly, actually. So have about, 5 to 8 goals or something like that. And then you're going to get an exercise book, or journal, whatever you call it. And here is what you're going to do. You're going to do this formula. The formula is called G6SQS. So, every day, you're going to open up the exercise book into 2 pages. Left page and the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And here's what you're going to do. This is the formula, G6SQS. Such a powerful formula. People have been getting all kinds of goals achieved because of this formula. So, the first thing you're going to do is, you're going to write down your goals every day, twice a day. AM and PM, morning and evening. So in the morning, maybe after your shower and your Bible study or something, you write your goals down. Say 5 goals, you write down all the 5 goals. Same goals you write down again in the evening. After your dinner and shower and all, you write it down again. You will write down the same goals every day, twice a day, until it's done. Most people write their goals down once a year. They make a New Year resolution. That's it. I write my goals down 700 times a year. Every day, twice a day. Who's going to achieve the goals? The one who writes it once a year, or the one who writes it down 700 times? That's the power. Your subconscious mind is being primed to help you get it. Because we have that force of power to achieve what we want. With God's grace, we will. But we have to use, it's like having a car next to you and to go to Penang but you decided to walk because you don't believe in cars. That's ridiculous. Why would you not use the car? Does that make sense? So why would you not use what you already have? So write your goals down twice a day. That's G. The G stands for goals. You write your goals down 2 times a day, every day. The 6 stands for the top 6 to-dos by 6 p.m. What are the top six things that you must get done by 6 p.m.? So you write it down in the morning, you write down the top 6 things, or you write the day before. The top 6 things that you must get done by 6 p.m. That's what the 6 stands for. The S stands for your schedule. Now, you write all of this on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you write down your schedule from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. What are you going to do? And where are you going to do all of these top 6 things? What time will you do all of it? So pastor says, okay, he's got to give me a call to ask me about something. He puts a 3 o'clock call, Jeevan. You write down your schedule. The Q stands for quote of the day. The quote of the day is a quote from scripture. Any quote. You take any scripture, any quote, and you say it like a mantra in your head. That's a quote of the day. You reflect on it. You think about it. You say it again and again. Throughout the day, you're walking about your day. You are saying God's word. You just say it everywhere. That's a quote of the day. Every day, one new quote. Take it from any book in the Bible. Just meditate on it. The S, the final S, stands for successes. At the end of the day, before you go to bed, when you write your second your goals for the second time a day, you write your successes for the day. What are your successes? What are things you consider a success? Like I helped an old lady carry her bags. That's a success. Now write it down. You went to the dentist. That's a success. Write it down. You see? So you help the staff with some issue. That's a success. Write it down. You help your daughter do something. That's a success. Write it down. People are so quick to look at what we do wrong, not what we do right. Everyone is such an expert at what others are doing wrong. Never what they're doing right. Now, when you write down your successes, your brain secretes a chemical called dopamine. You get a dopamine hit, and you feel really good. You start to feel good. So God put that chemical in your brain for a reason. To help you feel good when you achieve things in your life. Make sense? Yeah. So all of this belongs to results. So you're going, this is the kind of way that you're going to go about to get your results. Now, once you're very clear what your results are, now comes the second key. The second key, a very important key, this is your choices. The choices you need to make. Now that you know the results you're after, you need to start to make some better choices. What I found was there are 3 types of choices that we make every day. So in a day, how many choices or decisions do we make in a day? How many? Millions. Like do I park in basement 2 or basement 3? Do I have Indomie or Maggi? Millions of decisions and choices every day. And what I found was there are 3 types. There's 3 types. That's it. 3 types. You don't have to crack your head all the time. There are only 3 types of choices. Here they are. The first one is called golden choices. Golden choices are any kind of choice or decision you make that improves you in some way. That's a golden choice. Like you decide to go for an evening walk. It improves you in some way. That's a golden choice. It's a golden decision. Anything that improves you in some way is a golden decision. The second one is known as gray choices. Gray decisions. A gray decision is any decision that has no effect on you. It's neither here or there. For example, whether you park in basement 6 or 7, your life doesn't change. Nothing in your life changes. Doesn't matter what. Whether you eat Indomie or Maggi, they're both bad. So it's not going to change your life. It doesn't really matter. Whether you have Milo or Ovaltine, there's no real change in your life. You see? So those are known as gray choices. About 80% of all your choices are gray. 70 to 80%, gray choices. Then comes the third one, toxic choices. Toxic choices damage you in some way. Like shouting at your kids brutally, it damages you in some way. Being mean to your friends damages you in some way. Eating junk food every day damages you in some way. The doctor said an Apple a day keeps the doctor away, but a burger a day brings the doctor closer. So, some of you really want to be close to your doctors. So, having a burger a day or roti canai a day, whatever it is. Yeah, so that's a toxic choice. So you now have to audit choices. You can say, I couldn't help it. What do you mean you couldn't help it? The food just appeared. Oh, what is this? So I couldn't help it. There was a burger in front of me. I mean, what is this? You got free will. Of course you could help it. People like to keep playing victim. My clients come to see me. I said, first rule, don't play victim with me. No such thing as I couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't. You choose. When someone says, hey, can you come for my wedding? You say, sorry, I can't make it. Then you watch Netflix and all that. But actually, you're choosing not to go. It's not you can't, there's no can't. Choose. You're always choosing. Why not take control of that? Why not become aware of your choices? Stop pretending you're not making them. Do you know why people go to fortune tellers? Do you know why? All the nonsense fortune tellers out there. There's such nonsense enough. Do you know why people go to them? They don't want to choose. They want someone else to choose and say, my future how? Will I marry that girl? You choose now if you want to marry her or not. You see, people don't want to choose. So they go to fortune tellers. They put the power there. They don't want to work on their business, so they buy an arowana and put it in the house. Hoping the arowana will bring them more money. If that doesn't work, they get the cat with the waving hand. Money come. Why choose the cat? Why not choose marketing? Why not choose sales? Why choose the cat? One client said, buy for the cat. I said, no, I will thank you if you buy me the cat. No cats coming to my office with a waving hand. What nonsense is this? You know, it's just absolute nonsense. I was sitting in Starbucks once, and then this big Punjabi guy in a suit showed up. And I was walking off, and then he tells me, he says, I said, look at your forehead. I can see you're very successful. I said, oh, who's this? I said, you got my attention. I look at your forehead, I can see you're very successful. I said, oh, okay, thanks. I said, thank you. And then the catch came out. Then he said, but I can see something else. I said, what? There's one woman who doesn't like you. I said, I got a long list of women who don't like you. Take a number. Take a number, there's a long list. What do you mean one? There's a list. I can give you the numbers. He said, no, you pay me money, I'll tell you who. I said, I can tell you who. I can WhatsApp you the list. It's like, I mean, look at that, how they get you. You know, they praise you first, then they say this nonsense. I saw this one fortune teller once, and when I was walking past, I think it was BSc or somewhere, you know, they were reading fortune, and he says, sometimes your husband doesn't understand you. I started laughing. I said, which marriage will have a husband who fully understands you all your life? Yeah. Show me that marriage. I would love to see that. Of course, there are going to be moments that just ladies and true. That's what nonsense. So because we don't want to do this, so we go into all those things. We're so terrified of our power. So terrified. Because, you know, this is what you're capable of. You can choose great things. And that's what should happen. So let scripture guide us a little bit here. So, James, chapter 1, verse 5. Can someone read this to me? Such a beautiful verse about choices. Someone come who wants to read this? James chapter 1, verses 5. Very nice verse. Who would like to read it? Put your hand up. Who's going to read it? Yep. Thank you.
If any of you lacks of wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him.
Look at that. If anyone lacks wisdom, if you don't know how to choose, don't ask the fortune teller, ask God. James also knows that fellas are doing this. Even James' time also, they were going to brickfields and looking for the fortune teller. So James knew this. So he said, if anyone lacks wisdom, don't know how to make a choice, ask God. And what does he say God will do? What will God do when you ask? He will give liberally. You know why you have to ask? Back to the same thing again, free will. You have to ask. You know, imagine you go to a restaurant and you don't ask the waiter for food. No one knows what to do. They say, why are you here? I'm standing around. No one knows what to do with you. You just sit there. You don't ask anything. Waiter comes and he says, wait. You're a waiter, wait. So, what does he want? Mad person just sitting there. So you're gonna ask, how do you activate things in your spiritual realm? You ask and activate things. So you ask God for wisdom to help you make better choices. And then you make the choices, golden, grey, or toxic. So ask. Very powerful, because don't give your power away. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Now, you've decided your results that you're going after. You're going after specific results. You've decided what it is. Then, you made some choices. Next step, number 3, is actions. You now have to take actions on your choices. You can't just make choices and do nothing. You can't just say, I'm going to have a shower, and then do nothing. The shower's not going to come to you. You have to go take that shower that you said you're going to do. You can't just make choices and not take the actions. Now you have to take a lot of actions. And one of the best answers as to what type of actions to take is what Socrates said, ancient Greece. Socrates said there was this one man that came up to Socrates in one day and asked Socrates, hey, sir, how do I get to Mount Olympus? And Socrates is a big, huge man, and he carried the man and he put him in front like this, boom, put him here. He said, you see that mountain over there? He said, yes. Make sure every step you take is in that direction. That's it. That's how you take actions. Make sure every step you take is in the direction of the goals. Because you write your goals down twice a day, every day, your subconscious mind will get to work. Your whole success or failure is down to your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is an insane nuclear power that God has put inside us for us to use. And your subconscious mind will start telling you what to do. And when you pray for wisdom, you'll get even more suggestions on what to do. So, you then have to take massive actions. Like you say you want to lose weight, then you have to start taking some actions. You got to go for those evening walks and take all the actions. Every day, you take actions in the direction of your 20 kgs weight loss. Every day you take actions. How can you fail? Why people fail is they don't take the actions in the direction of their goals. That's why. They look for shortcuts. Instead of exercising, they look for the pill. The latest diet hack. Take this pill, lose 50 kgs. I mean, what is that? It's just hacks, all the hacks. And people keep talking about life hack, marketing hack. Just do the work. Don't learn the tricks of the trade. Learn the trade. What tricks? And I was very blessed in my first few years. So I've been coaching for 22 years. In my first few years, I was one of the first coaches in the country, back when there's no such thing as a business coach. And remember 22 years ago, there was no social media. Back then, there was, how we used to market companies, how we do marketing strategies. We had yellow pages, remember yellow pages? Faxing, yellow pages, telemarketing, and all that kind of stuff. And so my first 3 years was very difficult. I started in the year 2000 and I was very unsuccessful, and I found it very tough. And I was so fed up, and I started praying and said, God, help me out. Give me wisdom. Tell me what to do. And then something in me said, study the best coaches in the world. So I had to look, and I studied the best coaches from all around the world. I noticed something, that they had incredible knowledge, phenomenal knowledge, street smart, very fast, they can tell you things. I said, okay, they can have it, I can have it. How can I do this? So then I made a decision, a choice. I made a choice to read one book a week, no matter what. To read a book a week. And I signed a contract with myself to read a book a week. You know what happened? I never stopped. It's now 2023. I still read a book a week. Still. Back then it was really hard to do that. Now it's very easy. I can tell you my secret. But I still do it. And I have a library of books. And I still read a book a week every week. I go early for everything. Everything I'm early. I'm never late. And when I'm early, I sit there with a book. And Fusing is a bit worried today, saying, Jeevan, you're on the way. What time is your ETA? I said, I'll be there by 10. Session's 11:30, I'll be there by 10. See, I'm early and had a nice chatty pastor. So, that choice, which then led to the action of a book a week, what happened? Transformed me completely. And I started winning awards, and I became the best coach in the region. I started getting clients results at lightning speed because my knowledge went through the roof. I would read everything that's difficult. all the different copywriting books, marketing, sales, entrepreneurial leadership. I would just devour them. And I would just do it. In those days, there were audio books also. I would listen to books, read, everything. So what I'm trying to say is when I had the results, I then began choices that would get me the results. I wanted to become a top coach. And then I took actions that would unfold all of my choices. So in your business, in your life, in your career, what's missing? What is the gap? You are standing in the gap. What are you not doing? What's the gap? You're being called, come, raise your standards. There's something you need to choose. There are actions you need to take. So, people like to go light in life. Life's not designed that way. If the lion doesn't hunt, what happens? He dies. He's got to eat. He can't say, I sprained my leg today. Time's a bit bad now. Nowadays deer all run very fast. Fed up. Don't know what they eat, so MCO, eating, don't know what. How to catch. Then they go to another line. How you also? Same thing. Same thing. Fed up. And then the women lion are hunting. And the men are sitting there saying, fed up. Don't be like that. And the lion's not going to do this. It's just going to keep hunting. You're going to get out there. You're going to work. Get it done. People talk all these lofty dreams, but they don't want to do the work. What did Solomon say? Richest man ever lived. What did he say? He said, finish your outdoor work and get your fields ready and then build your house. Look at the priorities. Finish your outdoor work, get your fields ready and then build your house. So you see, prioritize. Make those difficult choices. Become the best. Become number one in your field, in your area. Make difficult choices. Don't go for the easy stuff. And then take the actions for those difficult choices. And dominate and win. Rise. So let me give you a verse for actions here. Nice verse. Luke, this is such a powerful verse. Luke 11:9. Chapter 11, verse 9. Luke chapter 11, verse 9. Who would like to read this out? Come, someone read it out. Raise your hand. Who wants to try? Luke chapter 11, verses 9.
So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened.
Look how beautiful that verse is. Ask and it will be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open. The verse doesn't say sit around and chill. It'll all come. Wait, it will come. It doesn't say that. Just ask first. Ask. And then seek. You see? Knock. Knock means what? You have to go to houses to knock. You have to knock. That's what it means. You've got to take and do the uncomfortable things. See, you've got to do that and then it will all come to you. I know one of the challenges post-pandemic, one of the worst things the lockdown did was it made a lot of people lazy. People celebrate laziness. They say, oh, I don't work hard, I work smart. That's just nonsense. You've got to work hard and you've got to work smart. In 22 years of coaching every kind of industry you can think of, every kind of person, I have never seen a person become successful without hard work. Never. It doesn't exist. Smart work, yes, but you still have to work hard. Still work very hard. Like today, when I read a book a week, it looks very easy. They think Jeevan is gifted, he can read. No. Let me tell you how I do it. I'm very surprised. Every time I tell people I read a book a week, nobody asks me how. No, I'll tell you how. 3 half-an hours a day, that's it. 3 half-an hours a day, undisturbed. I break my day, I put 3 half-an hours for reading in a day. 100% you'll finish a book a week. If you do 1 half-an hour a day, you'll finish a book a month. So every one of you should do 1 half-an hour a day. Do you know what's the reading statistic for people in Malaysia? How many books a year? It's 1 chapter a year. Scary, huh? Don't be in that statistic. Choose to read half an hour a day, and your whole life will change. So you see, ask, seek, knock. Take actions, take a lot of actions. So I want you now to take a minute, look at your results, and I want you to write down what are some choices that you need to make, what must you choose, and then write down what are 2 or 3 actions you can start tomorrow or Monday. 2 or 3 actions. Just take 2 minutes and write it down. Go. 2 minutes, write it down. Just 2 minutes, write it down. What are some choices that you're going to make, and what are some actions that you're going to take? What are they? Choices you're going to make, actions you're going to take. Okay, let's have a look. Someone check some of the choices you're going to take for the second half of the year. What's the choice that you're going to make? What choice?
Research.
You're going to choose to do a lot of research, good.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Set aside half an hour every night.
So you're going to choose to put aside a half an hour at night to read. Yeah, very good. So, and that will be an action that you're going to take as well. Anyone else? Actions you're going to take or choices you're going to make? What else? Yeah, anyone? So these 3 things are all hand in hand, which now brings me to the 4th key. So it gets interesting. Now the 4th key is where the game changing starts. Skills. One of the mistakes people make is they try to love something so much in order to do it. No. You need to be skilled at it and you will love it. Let me explain. So if you want to improve your badminton, don't know anything about badminton, and you decide to love badminton, after a while you get fed up because you can't play it. But if you instead work on your skills on how to serve, how to smash, how to do a drop shot, will you love badminton? Yes. I don't like cooking. You know why? I can't cook. I wouldn't trust my own food. Last time I tried to make a fish curry, I don't know what I did. It didn't taste like fish curry, So, and I saw all these spices, my captain said, put them all in. So I tried everything and it just tasted horrible after crab food. So, because I don't have the skills of cooking, I don't like cooking. My mom's very skilled at cooking, so she likes it. You see, my friends who are skilled, they love it. So the key here is this. You want to improve in your career, in your job, in any area of your life, you need to up your skill. You need to just get better. And it's not hard. What's the key to skill? Practice. Practice. That's all. You see, if you practice and practice and practice, you'll be number 1. You'll be the best. Why do these all? You look at all the Olympians. Why do they win? It's because they practice. Like I saw Usain Bolt's, the number 1 fastest runner in the world. I saw Usain Bolt's training video. I was watching it, so wow, this guy would run until he vomits. Most people say, African, he's probably gifted, can run, born running, No, he trains harder than you. He trains hard. Tiger Woods, world's number 1 golfer. One of my friends who's plays golf every Saturday for the last 3-4 years. He says, I can take on Tiger Woods. I said, really? Why? Because every Saturday I've been playing golf, I can take him on. I said, I don't think you can take him on. I think you can't even take on his caddy. He said, you've been playing golf every Saturdays. I said, do you know how much golf Tiger Woods plays? I've done the research. Do you know how much golf he plays? He says, how much? 8 hours a day. Monday to Saturday. You can't take him on. You can start first, he comes 2 days later, he'll still win. You can't take him on. Michael Phelps swims 6 to 8 hours a day, Monday to Sunday. That's why he's world's number 1. I'm saying. So, what about your skills? Are you working at it? When I first time I ever did public speaking, about 20 years ago, 22 years ago, I remember this. It was an event with heads of hotels and travel agents and everything, and I stood up to speak. My mouth sat back down. And I don't know what nonsense I spoke. It was so bad until I got the charity clap, the slow clap. Just the charity clap. It was pathetic. And I was so embarrassed, and I went home. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I think, how can I do this? I can't speak like this in public. And this was horrifying. Then I told myself, I had this one mantra in my head. I said, if I can't, I must. If I can't, I must. So I went and signed up for all these Rotary talks. Whenever they look for a speaker, I put my hand up and I volunteered. I spoke at all the Rotary events I could speak. I even emceed 3 weddings. I don't know what I did. I even emceed. Thank God the couples all are still together. So, I don't know what I did that. And then before I knew it, I was no longer nervous. And I became very, very good. I could speak to audiences, 3,000, 5,000, all kinds of stuff. But you see, my skill went up. And how did it go up? Practice the right things. You break down what are the key things you need to practice, and then you practice it. Skill goes up. And one of the people that motivated me like mad to do this was Solomon. Solomon said this in the book of Proverbs. He said, do you see the man diligent at his work? He shall stand before kings. Do you see the man diligent at his work? He shall stand before kings. I thought, wow, stand before kings. Okay, I'll do it. And I became very diligent. Diligent means be thorough. Be very thorough in your work. And I stood before kings, the captains of industries, the CEOs of companies. I stood before kings because I was very diligent. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to be diligent and going to have skill? Or are you going to sit around and wait? What's the skill that you need to develop? So write down, take a minute, write down first few skills that come to your mind that you need to develop. Write it down now. What skills must you develop? First few skills that come to your mind. Write it down. And someone read to me Hebrews chapter 11, verses 6. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. Who would like to read it? Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. Someone just read it out. Very nice verse. Come, who wants?
Hebrews 11 verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him.
Very good. So you see, by working on the skills, it means you have faith that you will achieve the results, the goals. And when you see God, God is proud of you. And He will reward you because you are demonstrating it. So it's this very simple story I remember. So 2 farmers prayed for rain. They prayed for rain. The major drought was going on and the crops were dying. So both the farmers started praying for rain. But the first farmer began to get his fields ready to receive the rain. He's the guy with the skill. He started getting his fields ready to receive the rain. So who do you think trusted God to send the rain? The one who worked on his skills, got things ready. So by working on your skills to do this, that means you're ready for the results. You trust God will send the results and you do your part. You're doing your part. And this is a very big thing that Christians often miss out on. They pray for something and they do nothing. They don't do the work. There's a saying amongst the Jews. Trust in God, but tie your camel. You can trust in God, but tie your camel, lock your car doors. You trust in God, but you must do your part. And that is the missing link, where you have to do your part. So, to honor God, you have to do it. And you were put on the earth to work the land. You're supposed to work the land, not chill by the beach. You're supposed to work the land. So, skills is the next thing after actions. Then comes number 5, key number 5, very big key. This key is something we all struggle with. Belief. What do you believe? You now have to believe that you're going to get everything. This is faith. Faith is what moves the mountains. And if you look at the things that upset Jesus, very few things upset him. One of it is lack of faith. But whenever someone demonstrated faith, all sorts of magical things happen. A lack of faith upset him. And Peter saw Jesus walking on the water. What did Peter say? I want to come there. I'm coming over. And what did Jesus say? Come. And then halfway through, so, whoa, what's going on here? And he started thinking, and the first thing Jesus said is, why do you doubt? Why do you have no faith? Interesting, right? If you're doing the work, start to believe in the fruits that are going to come. If you planted an apple seed, believe that you get an apple tree. Don't believe nonsense. Don't believe you get a banana tree. You planted an apple seed. How can you get a banana tree? God doesn't work like that. Make sense? So you've got to see, there's the whole law of cause and effect. If you want an effect, you must cause that effect. You must create it. Cause and effect. So you need to start to believe that the work you do is going to bear fruit. Sometimes you must have faith like potatoes. Like when you plant a potato, you don't know if it's growing. You've got to have faith that it is. And when the harvest comes, you have a whole field of potatoes. So you've got to have the faith. And belief is so powerful because when you actually take it on, you'll see changes in your life. You'll see a lot of changes. Most people actually doubt. They're skilled at doubting. They're not skilled at belief. So as a Christian, as a believer, you have to be skilled at believing. So I want to give you this verse. It's a very nice verse. So I'm going to give you two verses. So the first one is Luke 12:24. Luke 12:24. Someone read that? Luke 12, chapter 12, verses 24. Who would like to read that? Luke 12, verse 24. Which is a very interesting verse on belief. One of the core verses on belief. Yep. Yep. Come.
Consider the ravens, they do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable you are than birds.
So look, the birds who do very little still get fed. And we, God is telling us we are more valuable than the birds. We're even more valuable. So what do you think you will do if you believe even a little bit mustard seed size in your belief? But the verse that blew me away is this one. This is Mark 11:20. I saturate myself with this verse. Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Such a powerful verse. For those of you praying for things in your life right now, you're about to get a breakthrough. This verse is your breakthrough. Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Someone read it to me.
Therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you will have them.
Okay, watch what Jesus said here. When you pray, believe that you already have it and it is yours. Wow. That changed everything for me. It helped me understand the concept of consciousness. So consciousness is this, your atmosphere. What is your consciousness? So when you look at a person who's very fit, they have a fit consciousness. If you look at a person who's very poor, they have a poverty consciousness. The person who's very rich has a wealth consciousness. It is all about consciousness. So my question to you, what Jesus is saying is this. Change your consciousness from the consciousness of not having the thing you want, become the person who already has it. Change that consciousness. Believe you already have it, and it is yours. So when your consciousness changes, it's yours. So you see, when you want to, for example, lose weight, you have to think and eat and walk and exercise like a fit person would, not like a person with your weight. If you want to be successful, you have to do the things that successful people do, not the things you do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you want to swim like Michael Phelps and win medals like Michael Phelps, you must take on his consciousness. Find out. Swim like him, practice like him, eat like him. Take on the consciousness. So belief is already yours. So what it means is you become that immediately. This is a very overlooked verse in the Bible. When you pray, believe that you already have it and it is yours. Wow. Most people when they pray, they believe they don't have it, so they beg. But nowhere does God say, beg, and I give you. No. He says, believe it's already yours. So I want to ask you a question. Do you have a pen? You're holding a pen, right? You have a pen. So she's got a pen, right? She's holding a pen. Do you want a pen? No. You got a pen, right? You already have a pen to write. Do you need another one? No. You're okay, right? You already have a pen. Are you going to ask for a pen? Why not? You got a pen. Why ask for a pen if you got a pen? Are you wearing clothes? Do you need to wear clothes? No, right? You already got clothes. You're wearing clothes. So you don't need to ask for clothes, right? Can you see? New clothes. Now, can you see this, guys? When you already have something, what is your prayer? You don't ask anymore. No, you what? Thank. Ooh, isn't that interesting? You know, whenever I got my goals, I start thanking God for them. Thank you, God, for this. I said, come. I give you 3 magic words. Deny your senses. Deny your senses. Refuse to accept your senses. You live in faith with God. When I first did a seminar, my first seminar I conducted, 4 people showed up. 4 people showed up. 3 in the front row and 1 behind. I never saw 4 people. I saw 50. And I would go into the room and I'd say, can you guys at the back hear me? And then Sulu was like, huh? Nobody there, no. It's just us. I was like, can you guys at the back hear me? I always saw 50. I never saw 4. I saw 50. I behaved as 50 in the room. And next thing I know, bang, 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 my room was 50, 60, 100. Just like that. I saw it. And I wanted to buy my Porsche, my 911, which is outside there. I saw myself, the black 911 Targa. I saw it. I walked past my car park, I salute my car park. Security guard looking at me, seeing an empty car park. You look, nothing there. I just salute. And I saw it there, parked. And when I finally got in, I parked it there, and I saluted again. The security guard's confused. Now he's not sure, but he's so nice. He's not sure if he was there now. But this is, I'm trying to tell you something. When my clients talk to me about goals, I say, do you believe you already have it? You already have it. Now act as if it's yours. So you become one. You thank God. You don't beg. Wow. How many Christians have missed this point? They beg and beg and beg. God never said that. He said, Jesus said it. Believe that you already have it, and it is yours. So you pray and say, God, please make me the general manager of this company. You pray. Now, act as if you are. Go up to the boss, say, give me all the general manager tasks and duties. Let me do it. Say, but you're just a clerk. Never mind. Give me all the general manager duties. Let me do everything. But you're a clerk, that's okay. I'll handle it better than anybody here. So then you start doing it. And you suffer and complain. No, you just keep doing it. And the boss says, we got the wrong GM. This guy's GM. That's it. You see? You take it on. If you're a waiter, you go out and say, all right, I'm going to manage this whole place. Tell the boss, don't worry, I'll take care of everybody. But you're the waiter, that's okay. That's irrelevant. Give me the keys, I'll open, I'll lock up, I'll manage all the stuff, I'll train everybody. But you're just the waiter, that's okay. That's your classification. So what's yours? I'm GM. And then you start, and he's like, what's going on here? I was like, he's not going to complain. Okay, please, you're doing it. And next thing you know, he's like, you should be. Because you are. What are you? Are you a faithless Christian or faithful Christian? Faithful, full of faith. And I think something's wrong in the teaching of a lot of how people pray. You need to pray from gratitude. You need to come from a place of gratitude and thank God for that which He has given you. And when you pray like that, you will start to feel that you must do certain things. And you thank God for what you already want. You will start to feel you need to call this person, and every one of those actions will be right. That's how you're going to do it. That is what it means. And I tell you, God will honor such a person. There's so much faith that you already got it. Like the guy in the 2 fields who prayed for rain and he started preparing his fields because he already got it. He already got the rain. And the rain came. Am I making sense? It's consciousness. When you pray, what is your consciousness? Is your consciousness, I don't have this, let me beg harder? Is that your consciousness? Or is your consciousness, I already got it? Like Jesus said. So powerful, this part of belief. So powerful. So I want you to take this on. Start thanking God for the things that you said you want. Now, the other thing I'm saying is this. Stop wanting. Start being. Stop wanting. If you want, you won't get. If you want promotion, you will never get it. If you're being the person who has the promotion, you will get it. Am I making sense? As long as you want, you won't get it. If you're being, and that's how I teach. When I started teaching this to my clients, bang, goal after goal, they started working. I said, stop wanting. Because when you want something, it means what? It means you don't have it. And your consciousness is the consciousness of not having it. But when you are being something, it means you already have it. If you want a good marriage, you will never get it. If you're being someone who already has a good marriage, you will have all of the behaviors that are in that of a good marriage, and you will already have it. Make sense? This you've got to digest here. It's really powerful stuff. Which brings me to number 6, is even deeper than belief. Number 6 is values. Are you learning a lot today?
Yes.
Awesome stuff, right?
Yep.
Values. A belief is what you hold to be true. A value is what you hold to be important. So, if you want to have the results you said you want by 31st December, question, what must you value? So when I wanted to become a top business coach, other people are valuing money, revenues, this and that. I realized I need to value some different things. And this happened to me in awards that I won actually. I remember 2006, I won an award called Coach of the Year for Asia. I beat so many coaches in the whole Asian region for Coach of this. Coach of the Year means highest revenues for the whole region. So I went on stage and I took that award. And I looked at it and I just didn't feel that it's not what I want. What I actually wanted was the second highest award. Imagine that. I won the highest one and I won the second highest one. The second highest award is Best Client Results. The coach has the best client results in the whole Asia. That's the one I wanted, not the Coach of the Year. But that's the one I got. I worked really hard and I got it. So I went down and I said, in 2007, I will have the best client results in Asia Pacific, the whole region. So I worked to get the best results for my clients. And in 2007, I went to Brisbane for the award ceremony, 400 coaches competing from 14 countries. I went there, didn't win. But I was one of the finalists. I didn't win. So they audit your clients. They check all the different results of all the different clients, and all the audit didn't win. I was disheartened, worked so hard. So took this on, took that all on, went home, back to work, work on my skills again. 2008, I went on stage, Australia, Brisbane again, 400 coaches from Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Singapore, and I won best client results for the whole region. And at that time, people were looking at me going, who is this guy from a country they never knew? At that time, Malaysia was not famous, no one NDB. so people didn't know where we were. So, and I beat them on their home territory. I got the best client results for the entire region. I came home, and when I got that, I realized, what did I value? I valued those things that would give me the best results. I valued coaching principles. I valued being very tough on my clients. I valued marketing. I valued sales, entrepreneurship, leadership, all the things that would get me into best client results. And money was a side effect. Income, money was not a side effect actually that you made. But the value, add value to the person. Income is a side effect. You add value to your company, your salary will always go up. Income is always a side effect of value. You see, so and then in 2011 I won it again. Best client results again, never happened. I got best client results for the region again. And in 2012, I was one of 8 finalists for best client results in the world. This one I didn't win. I was one of the finalists for 4,000 coaches in about 40 countries. I was one of the 8 finalists. The guy in New York, something won. And so on. See, all because I changed my values. So my question to you is, if you want this, what must you hold dear? You've got to think about this. If you want a close relationship with your child, what must you value? Anyone? Parents? If you want a good relationship, what must you value? Time. Time with them. You have to have time with them. You have to value that. See? And if you don't have that time with them, how are you going to have good results? Many people don't value their body. You know? So they get a lot of problems. We need to start to value our bodies again. We need to value our time. How many hours a day do we have? Not 24. 16. Why? 8 spent sleeping. You can't count that. 7 or 8 sleeping. Some people sleep 10 a day. So, you got to, why not change what you value starting from today? Why not? Why not value good conversations? Value quiet time with God. Value hard work. Value good work. Thorough work. Diligent work. Isn't it nice working with people like that? Imagine you meet someone, a swimming instructor, who values the customers learning to swim. Would you like to go to him to learn to swim? 100%. Because he values you learning to swim. Imagine the next guy who only values payment on time, but doesn't care whether you learn or not. Different value. See, so you've got to look at that. Our politicians out there and around the world, politicians everywhere in fact, they've lost track of what really matters. They don't value. Why is politics in the world such a mess? Because they don't really value what's important for their citizens. So around the world it's a complete mess. They value war, they value all sorts of nonsense. So, take a minute, write down top 5 values, the things that you need to value for you to achieve your results. What are the top 5 things you need to value for you to achieve your results? And someone can read John 15 verses 16. John chapter 15 verses 16. Can somebody read that out? John 15, 16. John chapter 15 verses 16.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
See how powerful that is. You didn't choose me, I chose you. You think you chose Jesus, he chose you. And he chose you to go out and bear fruit now. Why do you think you're here today? Because you're supposed to be. So that you will learn something that will help you bear fruit. You go out, bear fruit, and then he says, ask anything in my name and name of the Father, and it is yours. You see, when you ask something in his name, it means what? You are in association with him. How can you be in association with him if you don't value what he values? Interesting, right? If you're in association with your friend, chances are you both value the same things. Maybe you both like imi. So you're friends, you like imi, you like char kway teow, so you hang out a lot. You value what each other values. So if you want to remain in Christ, you have to value what Christ values. And if you're not sure what that is, read the Gospels. And then anything you ask of the Father in his name, the Father sees the two have become one. You get it. And then you believe you already have it, it is yours. This is so powerful. The Bible has got so many strategies that we don't realize. And how powerful this is. Who's got a value? Give me something you're going to value from today onwards. What are you going to value? Time, very good. So you're going to value time and make sure that people don't waste your time also. Get to the point when you talk to someone, when you do a meeting, don't spend a 4-hour meeting with your staff. Make it a short 1 hour, 45. Value time. What else? What are you going to value? What must you value? Relationships, very good. We have entered the relationship era. You need to value relationships. Stop looking at things from a very touch and go perspective. You know, like my client stayed with me for many years. One of my clients, I've been coaching her for 17 years. Can you imagine? Dentist, when she first started, single mother with 3 kids. When she first started, she was doing about 30,000 a month. I took her business from 30,000 a month to 5 million a year. 1 clinic to 3 clinics. And when I first started coaching her son, her youngest son, was 10 years old. He's now 27. And 2 of the boys have become dentists and they're taking over and now doing succession planning. One day, one of them accidentally called me uncle. I said, don't call me uncle. I'll raise the fees. Don't ever call me uncle. It was an accident. Because he was a kid. I saw him grow up. That's relationship. Value the relationship. Take care of them. Start looking at people from a deeper level. Don't do touch and go friendships, relationships. So by valuing a relationship, it also means you accept the friction. You've got to sometimes help correct each other. Iron sharpens iron. You know, when someone's really messing up, you've got to be there. A real friend is someone who is not just there when you fall or when you climb. It gets in the way when you're falling. If you're falling, it's in the way and can celebrate your success. Some people can be there when you're down, but they can't be there when you're up. So they can also celebrate your success and be happy for you that you're successful. That is the essence of a relationship. That you're there at all times. Like your family. If your siblings annoy you, you're still there for them. Drive you nuts, you're still there. Your kids drive you nuts, you're still there for them. You're not going to disown them. You see, you're still there. So the duration is long. So that's a nice thing to value. Then comes number 7. So powerful. Number 7 is identity. Who are you? Your identity. Now, this is coming back to what Jesus said. When you pray, believe that you already have it and it is yours. Your consciousness, your identity. The two most powerful words in the English language is I am. Anything you say after the words I am becomes you. Be careful. So stop saying and putting yourself down. You drop a glass, it falls down and it breaks, and then you say, oh, I'm so clumsy. Why are you programming yourself like that? You will become clumsy because your brain doesn't know any better. Whatever you say, your brain will say, oh, you want that? Okay, no. And it will help you get it. So what must you say? You say, I'm handsome. Even if you're not, just say, I'm handsome. If you're not sure, ask your mother, am I handsome? Yes, I'm handsome. Don't ask your ex-girlfriend, she won't agree. But ask pastor, he will tell you, hey, I'm very handsome. So you say that, you say, I'm smart, I'm brilliant, I'm handsome. And you declare that every day. Have 10 I am statements, you shout it out. Don't have negative stuff, because we are so good at the negativity. Say, someone says, I'm not a good father. Why would you say that? So I'm a good father. I just wrote that in just now because he deserved it. I'm a good father. And then your brain starts telling you how to be that. Take it on. Take it on. Declare. Your identity is so important that even Jesus changed people's identity. You notice or not? Say, hey, Simon, you're now Peter, which means wrong. Saul, you're Paul. Abraham, you're Abraham. Why did God do that? Because identity is so powerful. What identity do you hold right now? Declare it. Write it down, declare it. It is yours. Declare that identity. Refuse to accept anything less than that. So what I did in 2004 is I said this every day. I'm a business coaching legend. I'm a business legend. At that time I was a nobody. I was nothing. I'm a business coaching legend. And then I would read and then I started winning awards. When the MCO happened, 18 March 2020, I'll never forget that day. 18 March 2020, the lockdown started. People freaked out around the country. Everyone panicked, thinking, oh my God. I was getting calls after calls, messages. All people saying, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? This, that. Businesses were hit very bad. You know what I did? I went into my office and sat down on my chair, looked at all of my awards, sat there, said a prayer. Then I said this. What would a business coaching legend do? And I typed like this. Took my pen, took my paper, and wrote down, and I got to work. And I started pulling all of these businesses out one by one. And I saved every one of my clients. Every single one of them. Some businesses went down 70%, 80%. I did all sorts of things. We pivoted. I came up with this concept. Survive first, thrive second. We're not going to thrive. We survive. We make sure we can keep the lights on. We can pay the salaries. We pivot the business. We can just survive first for the duration of lockdown. We will thrive later. And then save everyone until BFM Radio said, can you do a show for us and pick 2 of your clients and do a case study? Because we want to know what did you do. Other businesses were dying. Your clients all prospered. What happened? So we did a whole interview, on video interview I selected 2 different industries and shared what we did. But you see, I came from identity. If I came from victimhood and I said, Gone lah, finished lah. Which a lot of coaches did, they all threw in the towel. They cannot do anything lah, just go home lah. Just wait lah. Cannot one. Make sense? Pastor and the team were giving out food, or raising funds for food to the poor. Identity of we will feed the poor, good times or bad times. See? So my question to you is, what is your identity? Stop having weak identities. That is not from God. God doesn't give you a weak identity. First identity you need to have is you're a child of God. That identity alone should change your life. Whose are you? Whose are you? Who do you belong to? And I have problems. You know what I do? I have a mantra. If I'm walking to my car, I'll say, I belong to Jehovah. I belong to Jehovah. Jehovah is my God. Yahweh is my God. I say that, you know what happens when I do that? I get goosebumps. And then things just start to open up. You want to try? Try next time. Declare who you are. Whose you are. Make sense? Declare whose you are. Whose person are you? Whose soul is this? Declare it. Have your I am statements. Start it out. Write down now 1 or 2 I am statements that you're going to shout out like a mantra. Write it out. An I am statement that you're going to say like a mantra. So I'll give you a verse. Very nice verse. And you all know this verse. Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. Someone read it out. Genesis 1 verse 27. Genesis chapter 1 verses 27. Such a nice verse that you're very familiar with actually. Beginning of the Bible. Someone? Come. Yep.
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them.
So you see, we are created in God's image and we forget that, yeah? What does it mean? The creator of the universe created us in his image. His image means it's his characteristics, which means we can create. We can also create. We can also create this. We have his characteristics. But you must declare that identity. I am created in God's image. The devil come attack that, God. It's like, oh crap, you're saying what you are. You come from that place. Whatever problem you face, let me tell you now a solution. Whatever problem you're facing today, whether it's health or marriage or finances, whatever problem, before you fix it, declare your identity first. Declare whose you are. Declare that first, loudly, proudly, then get to work. And see what happens. Change everything. And now comes number 8. Number 8, the final one is environment. It's very hard for all of this to thrive if the environment is wrong. A shark put in a fish tank will never grow. Put in the ocean, it becomes huge. Environment matters more than you realize. You need to take stock of your environment at home and at work, and you need to seriously think what you need to change. I'm going to give you 3 things, but you need to really take stock. I often see people get everything right, but then somehow they're not getting the breakthrough. The environment is messed up. If you hang out with 5 drug addicts, you will be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 people who own SUVs, you will be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 smart people, you will be the 6th. You hang out with 5 losers, you will be the 6th. See how environment plays a part? A very big part. So you've got to realize that. In a fish tank, if the environment is wrong, the fish dies. What about your mental environment, physical environment? If your house looks like a big sty, how do you work? You know, how? If your office is like a typhoon hit the place, how do you do anything? Some people, your bathroom is like a typhoon has went through. How do you even shower in there? You tiptoe and avoid things. You can't. So you've got to work on your environment if you want to be successful. And so let me tell you 3 things you can do to get the environment to be superb. Number 1, necessary endings. What is a necessary ending? A necessary ending means things that you need to stop. It is necessary to end. No more. You never allow this into your environment ever again. It's a necessary ending. It stops. And it can be anything. Maybe you want to stop junk food. No more in your environment, you empty your fridge. Don't be the kind of person that says, okay, no more junk food, but I finish what's in my fridge first. Don't waste. No, cannot. Necessary ending means ending, finish. It's necessary. Now, tell me, call out something that is necessary to end. Be honest. You can't go to this place if you have things pulling you back. What must end? Someone? What must end? Be honest. What's your heart telling you? What needs to end? Procrastination, yeah. Key to procrastination is do everything now. Do everything now. Not tomorrow, day after, or next year. Procrastination no more. What else must end? You got to end being critical of people. Stop criticizing your children so badly. Children respond to praise better than they do to criticism. So, maybe that's got to end. What else has to end? Think for a second. If you want to improve your finances, what must end? Bad habits must end. I remember, I was one point watching a lot of TV. I was watching a lot of TV, all the stupid TV series, how it is, right? And you think, I'll just watch one episode and then 4 seasons later, you're half dead. The whole weekend has went to town. So, I was going, I said, you know what? Enough is enough. It was towards the end of 2019. I said, enough is enough. I got to end this. So I called up a friend and said, I'm giving away my TV. That's one. I said, you've got half an hour to come and get it. Otherwise, I changed my mind. So he sped over and took my TV, huge big Sony TV, and then he switched off his phone so I can't call him in case I changed my mind. And he went back with my TV. I had no TV. So he took my TV back. I said, I got to end it. Took the TV out. And next thing I know, MCO starts. And I got no TV. I was like, oops, and can't reach my friend. So I got, this is convenient. I've got no TV. And that's when I switched off my internet and all that. And MCO started. I was like, oh, you're kidding me. So, but you know what? I started reading, talking to people, meeting up with people. I started doing other things because that ended. TV ended. Finally, one day after all the MCO, I said, okay, time to watch TV again. So I bought this big Samsung TV and I put it there in front. I never turned it on for 5 months. I never turned it on because I'm so used to not watching TV. It ended that I never turned it on. So one day I said, better check if it's still working. I used to sit in front of my TV and read a book. I never turned it on. So I gave it away as well. You see, the thing is, when you end something, it really ends. That's my point. You don't just say, okay lah, I end smoking 2 packs a day to 1 pack. That's not ending. That's dilution. End means end, stop. I had a client, he did that. He said, okay coach, done. I stopped smoking. I said, seriously? He said, yeah, I'm done now. You know what? I just stopped now. I said, well, the bin is there. Throw your cigarette. Okay, I threw it there. And he stopped. That's it. The brain accepts it. If you really end something, the brain just accepts it. All this therapy, all don't need it now. You just have to end it. But we don't want to end. You want to hang on. Finish the alcohol first before you stop being an alcoholic. You see? Finish all the cheesecakes first, then you eat properly. So no lah. So tell me something you want to end in your environment. Be honest. What's something that's got to end? If you want success, got to end stuff. What? Big negative? Got to end it? No. Just be positive. Be what's in the Bible. Now, the second thing is important beginnings. So necessary endings, end what you've got to end. Now, important beginnings. What must you start? What are some important things you must begin? Some good habits, like maybe wake up earlier in the morning. Read for half an hour a day. What must you start? Can you give me some important beginnings? Anyone? What's an important beginning? Anybody? What comes to mind? Beginnings, things that you've got to start. Make it work. Praising people, yeah. Find people doing things right. Catch them doing it right. What else? Positive, be more positive. Good. Let me give you one to those of you who are working. How many of you are still working, hands up? Either a business owner or employee. Would you like to know how to become wealthy? You want to know? Very easy, you know. I just tell you, just one thing you have to begin. One or not? Now or next camp? Next time also can. It's very simple. So whatever salary you receive, or take home salary, dividend, whatever you receive, just take aside 30% and put it in a different bank account. Live on 70. Just live on 70, put 30% in a different bank account. And use that. When that money grows bigger and bigger, use it to invest in whatever. Property, unit trust, whatever it is. And watch everything change. It's incredible. If you put aside 3,000 a month, that becomes 30 to 40,000 a year, which is down payment for a small condo or terrace house. You can end up buying a house a year. So it's an important beginning. Habits, new habits. You see, so have some new habits. You know, if you exercise, or just go for a walk for 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, in 1 year you're quite fit already. Important beginnings. And the third component for environment is the Japanese word kaizen, continuous improvement. The Japanese word is kaizen. Continuous improvement means things you're already doing right, you must improve it. Continuously improve it. Anyone got an idea? What is something you are doing right, you must improve it? What's something? Give me. Anything that you're doing? Speaking, yeah, and events, speaking, conducting team meetings. You're already doing regular meetings. Do it better. Improve yourself in that. Improve in the speaking. Tell more stories. You like the stories I tell you? One of the age for speakers here is to have good stories. People love it. Jesus said stories all the time. So, continuous improvement. Work that out. Let me give you a verse, a Bible verse to hold on to. So, this is a nice verse. Leviticus 26, verses 3 to 4. So someone read it down. Leviticus 26, chapter 26, verses 3 and 4. Nice, interesting verse. Leviticus. Where do you quote from? It's Leviticus. So Leviticus 26, verses 3 to 4. Who's going to read it out?
If you follow my decrees and are careful to obey my commands, I will send you rain in season, and the ground will yield its crops, and the trees will fruit their fruit.
Amazing, isn't it? God saying, you listen to me. I will give you rain. I will bless you. Follow my commandments. What did Jesus say? Love one another as I have loved you. He said, love God with all your heart. Love your neighbor as yourself. Greater than this, there's nothing else. That's God's commandments. If you follow that, He will give you rain. Give you success. Everywhere you go. He said it. It's in the Bible. It's undisputed. He said it. So in your environment, let it support God's word. Make sense?
Yeah.
You know, you need to develop some reverence for the Bible like the Jews have. How they have so much reverence for that holy book. Have a place to put it. Chair you sit down and read it. Have reverence for it. People forget that, you know. No, we need to have that. Bring that back. And, you know, honor what God wants and bang, everything will open up. It will open up to you. Have you learned a lot today?
Yes.
Yeah, so keep this in your heart. I've given you 8 keys, spend 90 minutes with you on this. It's a lot to digest. Go through your notes when you go home tonight. Pray, ask God, can you give me some revelation from these notes for my life? Things I have to do in my life. You're not here by accident. And you know, the timing was also perfect for me to come here today to do this. Because I'm traveling all over the place, and so when Pastor suggested this day, it was just right smack perfect. Everything about it was falling into place because God wants it so. He wants it to happen. So before I hand you back to Pastor, any questions from the audience? Anyone has any questions? Learn a lot, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Ready for your next camp? So who's got questions? Any questions at all, or anything you want to ask, or get an insight on something? If not, thank you very, very much. God bless you, and I wish you all the best.
Come on, guys. Come on.